Hey y'all, this is Sherilyn of Just Goodness 333 Little Homestead. Welcome back. I'm sitting outside today in the potting shed, and I just want to give you a little update on what's going on at the homestead. And I wanted to give you a small garden tour because actually things are starting to grow. And as always, I want to remind you guys I live on a busy road, so you're going to hear some traffic noise in the background. I'm sorry. I just had something interesting happen. I was sitting outside and I looked over at this one collard green plant, and I'm like, what is that on the collard greens? And there was a green iguana about this long, sitting there on the side of my flower bed, eating on my collard greens. I tried to catch him with the pool net. I didn't get him. Over here, I took some landscape timbers and some old plywood we were going to throw away, some old hurricane boards, and I just threw together a cute little sitting area for $0. That's something you'll hear a lot on my channel. I did this for $0. And here is a compost bin where I can just walk out of the house, and there's the pipes that I'm going to use to fix the awnings. And here's the squash bed. Some of them didn't come up well, so I've planted some zucchini in here. These are earth boxes. Earth boxes are really neat. My dad gave me a couple of these. They have a self-watering system. You can come in from the side here and put water in, and there's a water reservoir on the bottom, or it'll catch the rain. In here I have planted some onions, and in this one I have planted some salad greens. Can you see them? They're just starting to come up. And we took down all the red noodle beans. They just gave up the ghost. And on this trellis I have planted cucumbers. Here is the one lone collard green plant that that iguana was eating on. See? That's not good. Here are some volunteer tomatoes that I saved the seed from last year, and I put them up in the side. There's not a lot going on in the keyhole garden except for the bird feeder. I made this bird feeder out of an old 2-tier dish. It already had a hole in the bottom. So I took that out and I used a washer and a screw and put it on this old post I had. We've got some cucamelons trying. Let me get on the other side of this. With some cucamelons over here, trying to do something. I planted cucumbers in here. I planted white Armenian, and these are just a regular slicer cucumber. These are doing pretty good. And look at this. We've got some little tomatoes from the volunteer tomato plant. I'm sorry for the lighting. I didn't get out here early enough. See? Sweet little tomatoes. And they are so tasty. And over here at the Breaking New Ground garden, the in-ground garden, we've got kale coming up here. I had to reseed in some areas. We didn't get a good germination. I don't know if it's the weather. Some of it came up great, some of it didn't. I have ornamental kale, ragged jack or Russian red. And down here is the dinosaur kale. And it's just a tiny baby now, but it'll get big. Over here I just planted some Swiss chard. There's some spinach. A little bit of spinach, and again I reseeded all the bare spots, so I did that this week. And then there's bok choy looking good. I'm going to have to thin that out. And over here, I don't know if we should call this the brassica bed or the purslane bed. But that wonderful vegetable, purslane flower, is growing all in the red cabbage and the cauliflower. Right here, I just planted 3 rows of bush beans. And here's our Bonnie Best tomatoes. I took T-post on the end, right here, and pounded them in. And I used the hay bale, you know, the rope they tie the hay bales with. And I tied it real tight on each end. And I came in here. I apologize again for the lighting. I can't hardly see. And right here, I used these little clear tomato clips. And I love these. They'll last a good season. And as the plants get bigger, we'll just tie, you know, string up here and clip them again. I did these. Look, we got some flowers coming on. And they're going to grow and fill these, all the space in here. We're going to fill all the space. We haven't redone the chicken coop yet. There's those sassy ladies. And this looks really barren, but it's not. This is the garden that I weeded the other day. And over here, all in this bed, I have planted cucumbers. More cucumbers here. I hope they grow up into the trellis. This here will be carrots later when it gets cooler. And back here, I have planted mustard greens all along this lattice and all along the back fence. Here I have planted beets. I'm going to clean out this bed. It's where the pitiful pepper patch was. The mildew finally got the best of them. And I'm going to plant cherry tomatoes in here after I treat this with some peroxide and water mix. You can mix 8 to 10 tablespoons of peroxide per gallon of water and spray it directly on plants as a foliar spray. I'm going to soak all the wood chips and turn the soil and add some compost here before I put anything else in there. And along this back fence back here and all the side, I planted stringless Blue Lake pole beans. So I was looking out my kitchen window the other day, yesterday as a matter of fact, and I just got so excited because for the first time in a long time, it actually looks like there's gardens and food growing. And I just love the look of this in-ground garden. So I just want to thank you again for stopping by the homestead. This is Sherilyn at Just Goodness 333 Little Homestead. If you wonder what the 333 stands for, I also did a little video on that. But in a nutshell, when I was first starting my soaping business, making soaps and lotions, way before I even started making elderberry syrup and other herbal remedies, I would wake up every morning at 3:33 a.m. For 8 days in a row. I woke up at 3:33 a.m. No alarms going off, no neighbors leaving for work, nothing happening that would wake me up, just except I think God was trying to tell me something. And basically, my sister and I kind of went on a Bible scripture search, and she came up with Jeremiah 33:3, which says, "Call unto me, and I will show you great and mighty things that you know not of." And what a perfect scripture for someone who is just embarking upon capturing nature as a way of healing yourself. I had just started gardening. I had just started making all of these products, and just started thinking about this as a business. I'm just so very glad to have learned about food preservation, about how to grow food, about how to make these products. And I have a wonderful business partner who has put the elderberry syrup on Amazon, and someone who's offered to help me with my website for selling the other products. So listen, if you are interested in those products, again, I'll put the links in the description below. And I just hope that you guys have a wonderful day. I'm going to go back in, start making more elderberry syrup, and start packaging up what I already have made and get it shipped off to Amazon. I have to inventory my business and see what I need to make, and I'm getting ready for Christmas. So at Christmas time, maybe you want to get somebody a neat present, but you know, you have a lot of people on your list, so you want to buy something in that, you know, $5 to $10 range. Something homemade, something all natural, something good like that is a really good gift. It's a gift, has a lot of value. And it's something that you can give someone, you know, a bar of soap that costs $6 or a body scrub that costs $10 if it's all natural and it's fantastic. Now, I also pride myself on only selling something that's effective and something that works well and is amazing and captures the healing of nature. I don't just throw some cheap oils in with some wax and a couple of drops of essential oil and call that a product. I do a lot of research on how to make these products very good for you and very healing, because I believe that the good Lord gave us everything we need in nature to be well. And I hope that you will have a great day. I hope this video finds you well. If you know anyone who's interested in gardening, especially in Florida, or who's interested in these natural products, if you would, just please consider sharing this video. Please like the video, give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to our channel. Every little bit helps. And I hope that you have a blessed day. Bye, y'all. Keep staying. Ugh.